Hi everyone. In this video I want to share with you the benefits of doing a breathing technique or using a breathing technique, and share with you a very simple technique. And the benefits are, there are multiple benefits. I started using this particular technique because I found that during the day I was so busy because I was planning content for this course, I was planning content for another course, and I was writing blogs, and I was writing my book, and all sorts of things were going on, that my brain was getting overloaded. And I'd go to bed at night, I'd read a chapter of my book, I would feel absolutely exhausted and ready for sleep, turn the light out, and in the peace and quiet, suddenly my brain was being bombarded by all of the things that I needed to think about, but I'd kept at bay sort of during the day because I was so busy. And they'd gone, oh, Nikki's not doing anything now, come on, let's all jump in, and remind her what she's got to do. So I was sleeping incredibly badly. And somebody suggested that I tried a breathing technique because that would help me. And the other thing was that I was also starting to do some sort of visualization and meditation. And I was finding it difficult to do the meditation because all of these thoughts were bombarding me. So, I was using the technique to try and help that. However, breathing techniques help in so many other ways as well. It's very good for your blood pressure, your heart, your general sense of well-being, how calm you are. They can help in situations of having panic attacks, help you when you are feeling anxious about things. That's just a handful of benefits I've mentioned. There are a whole lot more. Okay, now, the mistake that people make about breathing techniques is that they think you only do the breathing technique when you are feeling anxious. It's not true at all. You need to practice breathing techniques every single day, because what happens then is that you get the general benefits of lowering your blood pressure, improving your heart, creating, being more relaxed, calmer, etc. generally. And you don't get that if you only use a breathing technique once every blue moon. And the other thing is that when you're in the middle of a panic attack, you don't necessarily think, oh, I ought to do a breathing technique. Now, what did I have to do? How do you do it? You don't want that to happen at all. What you want to happen is your heartbeat starts racing, your heart starts racing, you're starting to have a panic attack, and you automatically go into the breathing technique because you do it so frequently, it is second nature to you. Now, I'm going to share with you a breathing technique called the 4-7-8 technique, and it's quite often used in yoga. Very easy to do. And basically what you do is you breathe in for 4 through your nose. You hold your breath for a count of 7, and then you exhale for a count of 8, and that's why it's called the 4-7-8. Breathe in through your nose for 4, hold your breath for 7, exhale for 8. And I'm talking about counting for 4, 7 and 8, not 8 seconds. Okay, so if you're struggling on holding your breath, count a bit faster. However, what you will find is as you get more familiar with this, as you practice it, you will be able to hold your breath for slightly longer. So this is going to sound a little tiny bit strange, and it might end up being a little bit longer than the count, but I want you to get used to what you do. So if you need to take a breath before I do, please do so. I don't want you keeling over through lack of oxygen. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the cycle 4 times because that's what you're meant to do. And if you can, breathe with me. Now, when you're breathing in, try not to do a So really deep, noisy breath, it needs to be quite powerful and long, but not the noise, okay? When you breathe out, however, you do want to sort of like that. And the other thing is that you need to breathe so that you are expanding, you can't see it on me, you're expanding your chest here when you breathe in, and that sort of sucks in your stomach muscles and it's pushing the air into the right place, sort of by the diaphragm. Okay, so here we go. This could all go horribly wrong, but here we go. All right. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, breathe, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope I did that 4 times. I lost count in the middle of all of that, concentrating on whether I was doing a hold your breath or breathe out. And I'm out of breath because I wasn't breathing during all of that either. So that's basically what you do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the whole thing again, but I'm going to be internally counting rather than saying it out loud, because that's a little tiny bit less manic for everybody, and hopefully you'll be counting along with me so you know when to change from breathing in to holding your breath to exhaling. Okay, and again we're going to do it 4 times, so no talking from me for a little while. Here we go then. Welcome back. That was a lot calmer and it was good for me because I was actually breathing. So that is what the technique is. So how do you use this then? Well, the first thing is that we repeated the process of breathing in, holding and breathing out 4 times. If you want to do more than that, do it for 8 times. Don't try and hold your breath for longer. What you do is exactly the same thing, 4, 7, 8, but instead of repeating it 4 times, you repeat it for 8 times. Do it first thing in the morning and last thing at night. And then if you can, during the day as well. So you're doing it at least twice a day, hopefully 3 or 4 times a day. You can do it when you're lying down, you can do it when you're standing up, you can do it when you're sitting down. Now, if you're sitting down, you need to make sure that you are not slumping. You need to be sort of, your posture needs to be good so that you can fill your lungs properly with air. And do it every single day so it becomes second nature to you. You will find a huge amount of benefits from it anyway, and then that way, if you do end up having a panic attack or finding that your heart is starting to race, your body knows that your breathing technique will help you. And you are so familiar with the technique that you will do it without thinking. Now, one thing that you can add to this is that if you are feeling particularly stressed And some people sort of can identify where they hold that stress. So you might hold it, if you like, in your stomach, the pit of your stomach. You might hold it in tension around your neck or your shoulders. It might be that you hold your stress in your gut. What you can do is, as you are breathing out, you can be sort of sending positive energy, if you like, to that particular place as you exhale. So you're sort of pushing away, if you like, the stress on the... You can send the stress away from your shoulders. Other people, as they do the exhaling, rather than counting for 8, will sort of think of a phrase or say a phrase under their breath, if you like, which is along the lines of releasing the stress or total relaxation, depending on what your circumstances are at the time. This is such an easy technique to learn, and it is so useful because not only does it make you feel better generally, it is something which really does help when you are in stressful situations. So I do hope that you find this one helpful. Take care, speak to you soon. Bye.